Today we are listening to the album Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams. It's going to be my first Gracie Abrams experience. I have never, to my conscious knowledge, listened to a Gracie Abrams song. I have probably heard clips of random viral sounds of songs around on social media. Whatever I know of Gracie, I don't even know is Gracie. But she has been a big name in the industry lately, and I became more aware of her when she was opening up for Olivia Rodrigo and for Taylor Swift, and so she's just kind of been on my radar, and I've been saving her for reactions, and I was considering about whether I should start from the beginning of her albums and work my way up, but since she had this album coming out, I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to be in on it. So I am choosing The Secret of Us as my first Gracie album to listen to, and if I really love her, I'm probably going to work my way backwards in her discography, either on my own or with you guys, depending on what you want. But yeah, I don't know anything about Gracie outside of the fact that she's opened for Olivia and Taylor. I looked up her age because I was like, I think she's in her early 20s because I'm pretty sure she's like actually friends with Olivia, and she's 24, which was actually older than I expected. I don't know why I assumed she would be like 20, 21. And for some reason, 21 and 24 seems so far apart to me, but I don't know the vibe. I don't know what I'm about to get into. I don't know if she's like changed her vibe and this new album sounds very different from the rest of her work and the fans are freaking out. Let me know all of the Gracie lore you think that I should know down below. We've got 13 tracks to get through, and I have decided to claim Good Luck Charlie is so funny to me. I'm very curious about that one, but I'm gonna actually claim Tough Love. That is the one calling out to me. But we are starting with track number 1, Felt Good About You. Oh god, Felt Good About You is giving like, I had a good feeling, but, like I'm waiting for the but. I'm waiting for the pin to drop. We felt good, and then what happened? I don't know what this sound is. I've never heard it in my life, but okay.
I felt good about you till I didn't. Crossed lines, past lives, clear vision.
We got the but right in the first lyric. That's crazy. I knew it. I was like, there's no way. Well, felt is in the past tense, so I was like, okay, we felt good, so obviously in the present we feel differently. But okay, felt good about you till I didn't. Just happens, doesn't it? Crossed lines, past lives, clear vision. Oh, I gotta buckle in. She's gonna say things. Okay, also, that sound at the beginning, I was almost confused. I've never heard, it sounded like a certain type of distortion on a guitar. I don't know what my reaction was to that, but I was just like trying to figure out what was happening, like what that sound was. But I think it's just like a certain distortion on a guitar pluck, right? That was a cool sound. I did enjoy that sound.
Got what you demanded, picture perfect like you planned it. Can't believe the way we landed, falling through.
I know.
About you till I didn't. Felt hard, then I
Ooh,
lost
what
your
is that
interest.
building
Felt good about
in
you.
production?
All my friends, they tried to stop me, wanting you.
Oh, another tale as old as time.
You.
Okay. I do like the song concept because it's so scary. Like, the scariest thing about someone or something not working out is like thinking back on that conclusive, all-knowing, content feeling that you had at the beginning of like, oh, this is it. This is the one. And it's scary looking back on your own feelings and what you were believing in the beginning that keeps you from trusting again, or not even trusting someone else, but trusting your own feelings again. Feeling good about someone, you feel so good about them, how can it end the way that it did, you know? And if that great feeling could turn into such a terrible ending, how can I trust that great feeling again? Which is a scary path to go down, not being able to trust even the good that you feel. That second lyric, crossed lines, past lives, clear vision, feels very much like maybe they started as friends and then they crossed a line happily together into more. And then past lives, I feel like that's a belief in soulmates, and it's like, oh, you were mine, you've always been mine, like in our past lives we were together. Clear vision obviously is like, it all makes sense now. Everything, I can see clearly ahead. I can see that it's me and you that's meant to be with each other for the rest of time, just as we have been in our past lives. And it just took crossing the line and taking that chance on each other that brought us this clear vision, which makes it really sad. Like, that's a really crossed lines, past lives, clear vision is such a beautiful lyric, and it's so devastating to be put in between felt good about you till it didn't, like knowing it didn't work out. It just sucks when you get such pretty lyrics about people and relationships that aren't the big love that you thought they would be. Surefire train wreck omission. Surefire train wreck is like, we know we are a bit of a messy couple, but then omission is like, we decided not to think about that. Got what you demanded, picture perfect like you planned it. It's just giving like he was very much the one running things and in control. Held my breath for your reaction, like the first time that we happened. We happened like as in we crossed the line and we decided to go for it with each other. That excitement of I'm gonna admit my feelings for him. Everything is love and laughter in this stage. I'm admitting my feelings and I'm holding my breath to see what he says. And then she held her breath the same way with the same nerves when things broke off. Oh, little tambourine. Probably for good and for bad. You're telling me this was written by Aaron Dessner and Gracie Abrams? What do you mean? I didn't know Aaron Dessner was on this album. That's so interesting. Okay, first of all, I want to say I love how vocally forward the song was. There was like, the production was very present and felt, but I love that I could hear her vocals like so clearly and crisply. Oh my God, she said some things. I was just talking a lot about where's the premonitions line? Fought hard through premonitions. And that really ties in with the lyric future planning for no reason. And it really ties into the lyric, where is it? All my friends, they tried to stop me wanting you, but I was never meant to listen, not until I found a reason. It's like she's like, everything about this relationship is her planning for the future rather than realizing what's happening in the present. Like it's all about her seeing potential, but like not, oh my God, what did Ariana say? She was seeing potential without credentials. I had less than half of something. What you gave was what I wanted till I realized I felt fuller without you. What a pretty nice way to start an album. Usually we don't. I've found like, I've been listening to a lot of albums lately that talk about breakups. And I've found like a major common theme in an album and how it's carried out story-wise is like we start with hope and then it goes up and then things start crashing down, but we're kind of in denial. And then we finally accept that actually we're better without this person. I've seen that story told a lot of times in albums, but it's interesting to me that we're starting track one with, I felt good about you, but I've realized you're not what I needed. So now I'm very curious about where the rest of the album is going to go. Also, I find it very curious that the album's called The Secret of Us, and her and Taylor have a song called Us, and she put it in track 5. She put it at track 5. She knew what she was doing. Next up, oh God. Next up is track 2 called Risk. Well, that sounds dangerous. Oh. This is a perfect little summer album vibe so far. Oh. No, you were a girl, but it didn't work out. No, you bought a house, but you had to move out. Wait. Why do we know so much? What's happened? Look at me now. Said I wouldn't, but I... What are we doing? Great. It's so fun. First impressions are so fun. I know nothing about this girl. And the second track is her being like, we're stalking. That's another common theme in albums lately, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, no, you had a girl, but it didn't work out. Okay. So now that they're free, we're on the hunt? Is that what's happening? No, you bought a house, but you had to move out. We know where they live. I'm just scared of you shooting it down. You can just talk and I'll stare at your mouth. It could be bad, but I want to find out. Oh, how brave. And I feel like I could die, cause you're not here. And it don't feel right. God, I'm actually investing. What a confession. Oh. Oh. I cry at the weirdest moments. I'm not actually crying. I did get a little teary-eyed, but I get emotional at the weirdest moments. Like, this isn't inherently emotional, but I feel like Oh, this song is like a breath of fresh air. Like, I haven't heard a song like this in so long, where it's like, feel this magnetism. You don't even know who I am, probably. We've never even met, but I feel like there could be something between us, and I'm not gonna sit in that feeling. I wanna go for it. And that is such a strong thing to do, to just go for it. I am not a risk-taking girl. I will live vicariously through you. Thank you, Gracie, for the song, so I can pretend to be someone I am not. I love the lyric, God, I'm actually invested. Like, she's like embarrassed to admit it. And it's kind of crazy to realize, because like she said, like immediately next she says, haven't even met him. So how am I this? She's like confused on her own. She's confused with herself, but something just feels empty without him. Classic too. What a classic. She's like, this isn't the first time clearly that this has happened. Like, oh, of course I'm invested in someone that I've never even met. Oh, I love this girl. Oh, the melody too. How fast she's singing. Oh, she's still going. Holding my breath like I met someone. I love that's a callback to our last song, where the guy that she admitted she had feelings for, she held her breath in that moment. But here, it's like it's happening again. And it's so refreshing too that after, like, honestly, a song like the first track, I feel like it would be so hard to trust yourself again. Like, that's such a vulnerable track to open the album with. I would think naturally you'd be nervous to jump into something again. But it's so cool that she's just like, I'm holding my breath again, and I'm gonna jump again. But also holding my breath like I met someone, knowing damn well that I haven't been touched by you. Like, she's holding her breath like she's about to really admit her feelings right now in this moment. But we're not even to the face-to-face moment yet. We're not even there yet, and she's already holding her breath. So it's like, oh, you can just feel how much this is taking over her, this feeling. Get to my door and you can't even speak, but I think that it's sweet. Yeah, I think that you're sweet. Cute. Watch this be the wrong thing. Classic. I love her saying classic. I'm gonna bend till I break and you'll be my favorite mistake. I wish you could hold me. You're shaking too soon to tell you I love you. Too soon to tell you I love you. Oh. Oh my god, it's so good. What the hell? I think I really want this. I'm not even kidding. I know you're not. Girl, you're in love and you've not even met him. Oh my god, not her saying, I can't say I love you, it's too soon. Yeah, it is. But I love this. Watch this be the wrong thing. Classic. The backing vocals. I love what's happening in the back. Oh, I love her repeating that. That was like actually breathtaking. I'm not even being dramatic. I don't know, like it's like, oh, I love when the feeling that the song is talking about is also felt in the way that it's not only produced, like that quick guitar that's building, and the background vocals that are coming up to the forefront at the end, but her vocally, like, what did she even sound like at the beginning of this song? Listen to what her vocals sound like at the beginning of the song. Look at me now, said I wouldn't do it, but I hunted you down. Know you were a girl, but it didn't work out. Okay, she's like, almost like, oh my god, I didn't even mean to say this. I didn't even mean to say this as like a pun or to be cute about the title of the album, but like she's singing like she has a secret. Like she's starting the song in this low, controlled voice, and then by the time she ends it, because she's convincing herself and realizing, she's like coming to terms throughout the song that she's gonna take this risk. Nothing's gonna stop her from it. And her vocals ending and sounding like this by the end. She's just like letting go completely to anything that's holding her back, and she's jumping in. And I love that you can hear that. Also, what the hell? Was that an add-on chorus? I fear that nothing can beat the song for me. I'm so sorry. I fear that the rest of the album, I'm sure it's gonna be great, but this song, track 3 is Blowing Smoke. Oh, I love that guitar. I let it go for my peace of mind. Oh, I love the dinging. Chalk it up till it's all for the better. You
taking off your shoes. She's lying down. Is she prettier than she was on the internet? Are your conversations cool? Like, are you even interesting? I know what you are. She takes you far.
Oh my God. And she's about to build even more. She's about to. Okay. She's not even done yet. And I silenced her because I'm in shock by what she just said because it's so great. Just that couplet of lyrics, I know what you are, brighter than the stars. Tell me if she takes you far. You're joking because stars, obviously, they're kind of far away, right? Stay with me. They're far away. She knows that he's brighter than the stars. Tell me if she takes you far. Tell me if she makes you feel like a star, brighter than a star, the way that I could make you feel like that. I love that lyric. But also her starting with, I cut the rope and you fell from the tower. I let it go for my peace of mind. The relationship. I think this is her like explaining she ended the relationship. Bit the bullet, it didn't hurt. When she ended it, she was ready for it. She found her peace of mind. It might be the felt good about you guy where she like felt fuller after the relationship ended than when she was in it. But I still hate the image of you kissing her. Girl, you were in deep. You know what? Sometimes, obviously, there's like themes of jealousy and envy and like, oh, does she make you feel like how I can make you feel, like how I did make you feel? And I just want to say, sometimes people are like, when they talk about jealousy, they're like, oh, if you're jealous that that guy is with someone else, that means you have feelings for them. I absolutely don't think so. Like, whether you've been in a relationship with them or not, like jealousy, I don't think correlates with genuine love or affection in any way. I think it is just a natural human emotion that is derived from something much deeper within yourself rather than about that person.
All the girls who help you bury it, they're just blowing smoke. I'll say what they want. I know everything they don't.
Oh, she really went for it. She really went for it. Oh, so it must be the very beginning of him with a new girl. Like they've not been together very long. So she's like, I simply know that she doesn't know what you're all about yet. They're just blowing smoke. I'll say what they won't. I know everything that they don't. She knew him best. Is that what she's saying? She knows him more than anyone. I wonder if she thinks she always will.
And you look stupid going out. If she's got a pulse, she meets your standards now. Feel nothing, and yeah, you still let her. But I bet you're right.
Ooh, she knows that that adds a lot of context to the song. Like, she can tell that he feels nothing, and he's leading these girls on. Yikes.
Couldn't point her out in any crowd. All your conversations cool like
I love that she says, like, are you even interested? I love when people sing like they actually would talk.
They're just blowing smoke. I'll say what they want.
I think I just realized something. Her saying up another hill to all the girls who help you bury it, I think she's saying like all these other girls don't even know the baggage that he has in the way that she did. Like he actually opened up to her and laid all his baggage out and she loved him through that. And now he's just being insincere. All the girls who help you bury it. He's like going through these girls and the baggage is getting buried deeper and deeper and deeper, and he's pretending and pretending that he doesn't have any, and he definitely doesn't open up to them the way that he opened up to her. Wow. She brought the baggage out. All the other girls, he's forcing them to help him bury it.
And I find your books pretentious now. At the time they fed the fantasy. And you knew my last love let me down. It was your one perfect opening.
Ooh, I love this guitar. Oh my god, I heard the guitar, the vocals, and also the background shouting. Talking about you knew my last love let me down. It was your one perfect opening. I feel like that's a common thing. Like people talk about their exes and then, you know, they make it very clear to each other how they're nothing like their ex and they would never do anything like that. They're a good person. And it's like, I don't know, be careful about those conversations. Those beginning of relationship conversations when it comes to exes, I feel like can tell you a lot about a person. Clearly, he used that conversation to his advantage. I love so much that this song, usually I get very turned off to songs that are like hating on the girls that the guy is with after them. And I love how even though those girls were a part of this story, it was more him and how he's just unwilling to open up to another girl anymore and how he's clearly putting on a facade with all these other girls. She just is sitting back and being like, damn, they don't even know you. That sucks. And you don't even know them, except on your front, you're choosing that. And they probably think that they know you, and they don't. And there was a lot of layers to this one. Okay, track 4, I Love You, I'm Sorry. I remember vaguely that this might be a follow-up to like another song that she has that is called Something Something. I might be missing some lore on this one, but we'll see if I can enjoy it either way.
Charm all the people you train for, you mean well but aim low.
Charm all the people you've trained for? You mean well but aim low? What the hell?
I'll make it known, that's just the way life goes. I like to slam doors closed. It's always about me. I love you, I'm sorry. Well, I've been talking, but not.
God, she loves a tambourine.
You're on a plane, going somewhere sane. I might not feel real, but it's okay.
Ooh. I might not feel real, but it's okay. That's a scary thought. What is happening in this song? It sounds like a friendship or a relationship ended. It ended kind of badly. And there's definitely some spite between them. There's some hard feelings there. And it sounds like he's not been doing great. And she kind of relishes in that. But then in the second verse, she moves on to 2 summers from now. So she's talking about something that I think is real and I think really happened. And this bad breakdown of relationship and all of those hard feelings. But then she sings about how 2 summers from now, she's daydreaming about how they could be civil and there would be no more hard feelings and they are both doing great. I'll be on a boat, you're on a plane. Like we're both going somewhere. Yeah, she says going somewhere same. Like they both have successful, fulfilling lives and they're happy for each other for that instead of being secretly happy about each other's failures now. I might not feel real, but it's okay. I wonder if she said that because right now that is just a daydream.
Thankful you don't send someone to kill me.
Yeah.
You were the best, but you were the worst. As sick as it sounds, I loved you first. I was a dick, it is what it is. I happened to kick the age-old curse. I tend to look wrong again, wrong again.
I've been loving her music so much. She just keeps switching it up.
To prove that it haunts me.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow. She's saying a lot. She's been saying a lot. Oh, wow. She did a lot with that one. She did a lot. It's like she's apologizing for the grudges she held about a past relationship, and she hopes that they can just move on and be civil and forgive and forget. Wow, this is a really self-aware song. Like, oh, that lyric at the end connected back to the beginning where I was like a little bit thrown off because I was like, what are you saying? Why are you saying this about yourself? Because in the beginning, in the first verse, she said, I like to slam closed doors. Trust me, I know it's always about me. She's talking about the ugliest version of herself, which was the person that she was when the breakdown of that relationship happened between them. And then this song is an I'm sorry, like I said, and a can we please forgive and forget. And I love it that at the end, she's so self-aware and she says, I hope that I don't and won't make it about me. I think in a lot of ways she's talking about the song itself, where she's like, I'm trying my best to articulate my feelings here without making it all about me, and just trying to look at it from an objective standpoint and look at it logically and realize, you know what? We both messed up. She takes a lot of accountability with saying, I was a dick, it is what it is, the habit to kick, the age-old curse. She's admitting to like faults that I get the feeling she wasn't ready to admit to in recent music or in the past in general. Joyriding down our road. Lay on the horn to prove that it haunts me is crazy. This girl's gonna make me cry. She's saying crazy things. Joyriding down our road, strolling down memory lane in order to write this song, but then lay on the horn to prove that it haunts me. She can look back at it and really emotionally remove herself. It seems like she's really good at that. But then she'll lay on the horn. She can't just make it a straight joyride. She has to prove like it haunts her still, because that's just like, I think what she feels like would be the normal and socially acceptable thing to do. You can't just move on and act like you don't care. You could take it as her like just saying what she thinks she should say, but you could also take it as like she's just somebody who has a hard time admitting emotions. So like when she does, she kind of has to like lay it on thick. I don't know. I feel like there's so much to this song, and I just feel like I have a lot of respect for her as a person from this song. Like she's talking about really big concepts of love and forgiveness, not being afraid to look at the darkest part of herself and being aware that she did wrong, and she still to this day is hoping that even with the song's intention being an apology, she hopes that she got it across in a way that makes sense, because it is so difficult to express and talk about. I don't know. This just felt like her track 5 to me. Which brings us to the actual track 5, which is called Us, featuring Taylor Swift. Who's gonna be on it first? Oh.
I know you ghost. I see her through the smoke. She'll play her show and you'll be watching. Babylon lovers hanging lifetimes on a vine. Do you miss my wonder if you regret the secret of us?
The Secret of Us. The album title does come into this song.
So it felt like what I've known. You're 29 years old, so how can you be cold? Give it 10 months and you'll be past it. Babylon lovers hanging missed calls on the lines.
What's happening? Am I misinterpreting just the opening of the song? I know you know, it felt just like a joke, I show you don't, and now we're talking. It sounds like she got stood up, but then they end up talking and getting to know each other anyways. I know your ghost, I see her through the smoke. She'll play her show and you'll be watching. Is she talking about the other woman type vibes? Or is she the other woman in this? Because she says like the secret of us. And if history's clear, someone always ends up in ruins. Yeah, choose two girls, lose the one. Choose two girls, lose the one. Is that what we're talking about? Babylon lovers hanging lifetimes on a vine. The Babylon like gardens are a myth. Like they were never proven to be real in like modern history. So Babylon lovers, like lovers that never make it to the light of day, hanging lifetimes on a vine, hanging lifetimes on like the hanging gardens of Babylon. You know, that is such a pretty lyric. Hanging lifetimes on a vine is so, it's like so intense and so serious. Like she mentioned fate earlier in the song, like you feel like it's fated to be. Do you miss mine? The lifetime I created. I felt it, you held it. All these plans for the future. And if history is clear, the flames always end up in ashes. Wow, the flames, like the burning passion between us, will turn to ashes. And what seemed like fate, give it 10 months and you'll be past it, yeah. Babylon lovers hanging missed calls on the line. It switches to like you're painting this picture of you planning for the future and creating lifetimes with each other, and now you can't even take a call. It's fine. I've been filming for an hour already. It is fine. Oh. Oh my god, she's saying the things that you thought were intelligent. You don't even know. You don't even understand for yourself. Why are you gifting me this gift of intelligence that you don't even have? And then we get all pretty again. Oh, we went hard for a second there, holy crap. Oh, it feels like a falling vine too, the way she's singing us. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That was a lot. That bridge was a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I had to look up who Robert Bly is. I did. And he's a poet and essayist and leader of the mythopoetic men's movement, which was a self-help men's movement, which is crazy for her to say. You could have learned something. This gift that you gave me, you never learned how to help yourself. You had some work to do and you gifted this to me. It's an interesting gift. That's an interesting gift. I feel like Taylor's presence was perfect in the song. I could feel her spirit with us. I could hear her background vocals. I'm just like blown away by the story and the lyrics. That's not even just for this song. I guess in general for the album. I didn't realize that Gracie was... I didn't know Gracie was like this. I would have listened sooner, if I'm being honest. This is blowing me away. Track 6, Let It Happen. I love a laugh.
Got a history of being in control. I'm aware that I could end up here alone.
Because she can't let up her control.
Had a backbone made of glass and then it broke.
It only takes one person.
I'll wait here by the phone.
Oh. A little glitter in the back production.
Someone's attention, just yours, thought I should mention.
That is a scary feeling.
I might barely know you, but still don't love you yet, but probably will. Just for you, I let it happen.
Oh, there it is. It's interesting. It's interesting because like she's talking about a really like normal experience. Like when you meet someone and you want to get to know someone, it's just natural to slowly and maybe carefully let your guard down. Like it's just a natural thing to do. And she's talking about how, you know, that's not an easy thing for her to do. She knows that she's kind of a control freak and she has accepted that she's cool with like being alone because of that. But this person turns that around for her. All these like beautiful things, like her, again, being ready to take that risk and jump into something and be vulnerable. Like those are all really strong, great things, but she describes it in a way that sounds so scary because she is scared. And that is very, very relatable. Turned me into something tragic. To her being vulnerable and not being in control of everything, it makes her feel tragic is an interesting word for her to use, but I get it. It does feel like that. Like when you are somebody who is very in control of your emotions and your actions and the cause and effects of your life, and you let someone else take any type of control of that, you're like, oh, why am I letting this happen? Like, oh, it's tragic. I shouldn't even let this happen because it's probably not even gonna end well. But again, like this is kind of a softer, more vulnerable approach to the song Risk.
I can tell that I'm projecting half the time.
She's so self-aware.
You made me vain, I can't believe I have to be her.
Oh, now we're getting into stuff that is like not so cutesy natural. Now we're getting into stuff that is sad but also still relatable. I feel like in that first verse we were just talking about how like we are letting ourselves be vulnerable again, and that in itself is like a scary feeling, but now it's like what we're doing to appeal to this man, and it's like also kind of tragic. Now I'm looking in the mirror. You made me vain. I can't believe I have to be her. Obviously you don't have to be anyone, but it feels that way. It feels like, oh, if you get a vibe, like if you're into someone and you think they like this certain type of girl and it's not you, but you want them so bad and you want them to like you so much, it's like, it does feel like, oh, I have to do this.
I might barely know you, but still don't love you yet, but probably will.
That's another line. There was a line somewhere, I can't remember which song it was, but she was like, are you even interested? I love when people lyrically speak in the same cadence that they would talk in a normal conversation. And her saying, I might barely know you, but still don't love you yet, but probably will. It's like just that stream of consciousness, like how you would talk normal. I don't know. I love that style. I've never heard that style in the way that she does it, and I love it.
Locked me out the house again. Is this how you see me now? I'm reeling in a mind, but knowing that you're probably out somewhere while I'm in my underwear, eating through my feelings. I'm still reeling, but it's fine. Waiting on my life.
The girlie loves a bridge. Oh my God. Turned all my skies to pouring rain, locked me out the house again. Locked her, oh my God, locked me out the house again is like, I feel like I'm interpreting it as being locked out of her own body, being turned into somebody that she never was, not being able to be herself anymore. Is this how you see me? Now I'm reeling. Like, I've turned myself into someone who's just not me and I don't even like her. Is this how I want you to be perceived? Is this how you see me? This is embarrassing. Break the windows, let myself back in, like crawl back into herself. Regret what she let happen. Then she's like, lost it for a minute there, lost myself to being someone that I'm not. Get my shit together, it's whatever, but I could die. Yeah, we're still emotional. Knowing that you're probably out there somewhere while I'm here in my underwear eating through my feelings, but I'm still reeling. I'm still reeling, but it's fine. I've never related to a lyric more. Thank God you're not seeing this. I'll spare you from everything. Yeah, he doesn't need to know. We just went through a whole journey and he doesn't even know. And we're gonna keep it that way. I love that melody that gets lower there. Those backing vocals. Oh, I like this being at the end of the song. Well, that one was depressing. I really thought based on that first track, I was like, oh, are we about to get into a feel-good album? No. Track 7 is my claimed track. Tough Love.
I took a train to Boston and I wanted to cry. He's gone, I'm 24 and it's a Saturday night. This train is full of strangers, but I might like him more.
Cool.
Said I might like him more. Yeah, no, I like him more.
Oh, I'm so happy I claimed this one already. First of all, what is this melody? How are we still making up melodies that I've never heard before? I don't understand music. Also, it feels like I can just like see this in my mind, like her sitting on the train to Boston, and this is her stream of consciousness. And she is bitter. She is mad. And I love that you can feel that in the production in her vocals. She's so good at doing that. They're so good at matching that perfectly. This is hilarious. I said I might like him more. Yeah, no, I like him more. I might like these strangers more than you. Do you hear that? I might like them more than you. No, actually I do. She's so mad. And I don't mean to laugh at her anger, but I just love when we can like tap into that and it works. Like it sounds so good and I'm just excited. I'm just excited to see where the song goes from here because this is an insane start to a song. Man, we got in a fight and we're about to go party in Boston?
Tough love, but I mean it, really mean it.
Tough love. We're just bitter.
No chance I waste my 20s on random men. No one of them is cooler than all my friends. I don't know what I'm leaving. I'm walking by the river.
Okay.
I stop by the boats at night. It's kind of tempting just to see if you float.
Ooh.
I'm wasted with the sister of a boy that I met through someone back in college. She's a weird intelligent. Her boyfriend's all left. She had that effect. Tough love.
Oh my God. Oh, I love that the scene, like the imagery is still there. Like we are being carried through a story visually with her night in Boston, but also the formula of the first verse being about her and this fight that she had with her guy. And she's giving him tough love by being like, sorry, I left because I'm not going to waste my 20s on you. I'm going to go have fun if you're going to be like this. And then her meeting another girlie out at the bar in the second verse and hearing her story. We don't know the situation. All we know is that it's tough love. And I love that that concept of tough love is being told through two different lenses, through Gracie and through this girl at the bar. You're lucky to receive it. That's such a cute lyric. Oh, not slowing it down. I love that last lyric because her listing like all these annoying things that he did, whatever. But it's not even about the things that he did at the end of the day. It's not just about that. I'm not gonna miss denying that I've got my own damn reasons. Like, it's, oh, that's such a good lyric. It's also about her just wanting something more for herself. Maybe even just something different for this time in her life. She doesn't need to explain that to anyone. She can just, it's okay to just do that. Tougher! Not one of them is tougher than all my friends is so cute. Because the first time she said, not one of them is cooler than my friends. And then she said, not one of them is smarter than my friends. And then tougher than my friends. Those lyrics, they're my favorite of the whole song. I think that's amazing. I'm on her side. Usually I'm like, man, tough love. Sometimes people use tough love as an excuse to just be mean. And it's just tough and no love. But I think she's valid. Gracie's valid. And I think I'm realizing that she'll always be valid. Track 8 is I Knew It, I Know You. Are we about to have like an instant connection with someone where it feels like you've known them forever?
I've lived a lot, I've loved and lost, I've let the rain in.
I've let the rain in. After the lyric and let it happen, talking about being in the rain, locked out the house, like that person she turned into for the boy that she liked.
And all I did was right by me. I heard that almost killed you. Well, I knew it, I know you.
Ooh.
And I'm not sorry.
I wonder if this song is about the I love you, I'm sorry boy. I wonder if she just wasn't ready yet, you know? And this definitely feels like it could be about tough love. This feels like an almost immediate sequel to Tough Love where she decides to break up with him and she would rather do other things in her 20s than be with anyone. I Knew It, I Know You. It feels like he had a hard time with that breakup and she had a hard time feeling bad about it.
Are you sad about the fact that you can't write me? An empty house, the noise is loud, it's how you stand there. Don't you feel alone at night or sorta kinda daily? When cold,
I knew you wouldn't be able to handle it.
it makes me wanna cry
Yeah.
sometimes. I just can't pretend I'm sorry.
Like at the end of the day, she can't regret that she did what was better for her.
Each other now.
Oh, the way she said now, did you hear that crack at the end of her voice, on the end of that word?
Now we could talk, we could get it, we could both calm down.
Just her vocals there won't make me want to cry.
It all changed for me.
What a interesting to switch up in the song. It's so interesting that she's making it so clear in this song, like that she knew how broken he would be. She knew how lost he would be after the breakup. And she's just like unwilling to apologize because she knows that she can never regret what she did for herself by leaving. And that's just, she'd never do it differently, you know? But I really appreciate that it comes to her saying, I'd blow all my plans if you'd meet me out. We could talk, we could get it, you know, get each other, understand how this has happened, because it clearly was left off in a tumultuous conversation. We could both calm down. And I love that down is repeating now into these next set of lyrics.
All I ever did was consider you.
She can't do it anymore. She did it.
All I could do was consider me.
Yes.
It's not my fault you can't sit with the hard thing.
Oh my God, it's so giving blowing smoke, and her being the only one that could help him open up his baggage.
You really thought you would get what you wanted.
Wow. What a pretty end to that song. This is so interesting actually now too, looking at this and I Love You, I'm Sorry. This feels like the titles themselves are like 3 words, comma 3 words. I Knew It, I Know You. And in this, she's just like not ready to be sorry. And she's really holding on to the fact that what she did was best for her. But it's okay to also like not regret, but still have like that apologetic empathy. And I feel like this song wasn't that yet. This song was, no, I'm not gonna apologize for doing what was best for me. And then I love you, I'm sorry is, I'm gonna make this not about me right now. And I'm gonna step back and objectively say, like, I love you, I'm sorry about everything that happened. I don't know anything about like her personal life, but I definitely feel like a cohesive person within these lyrics, for sure, and a cohesive relationship that she's talking about. Past relationship. I feel like it's pretty much all in the past. We've not gotten like a true love song. We've gotten her like pining after someone and then her looking back on someone, but we've not been in the present with someone. And I wonder if we're gonna get that in these last 5 tracks. Track 9 is Gave You I, Gave You I.
You were my worst time, you were the shoreline, you were the crash and now I break. Gave you the deep pain, gave you I, gave you I, gave you I, gave you I slowly moved into your house, but I'm just so embarrassed now.
Okay, she keeps on, I don't know if I'm crazy. She keeps on talking about houses throughout this album, and I feel like when she talks about a house, she's talking about like people are houses. I mean, in this lyric specifically, I feel like it's also literal, where it's like I literally slowly moved into your house. It kind of just happened. But also, given how she has talked lyrically about houses throughout the album, it also is giving like slowly moved into you, like became one with you. But all of my dark blue covered it for you while she was there helping him discover all of his dark blue. Also, the gave you, I gave you, I gave you, I gave you. Putting that title into perspective. Yeah, okay, we just gave and gave and gave. Got it.
And you did all that I wouldn't do, erasing lines around us. You got bored and I felt used, now I'm all sad about it. You weren't ready and you nearly told me, and still I gave you, I gave you, I gave you, I held my breath, I used told you, but now I'll walk around us. Was I just a placeholder to fill the hole inside you? Because you're not over her now, are you?
Oh my god. Her talking through the whole song about how like she was his rock and she was there for him emotionally and she let him put it all on her. She was pretending she had her own issues, but she covered those up to be there for him. And now I'm finding out that all of his issues are probably rooted a lot in the fact that he's not over some other girl. You find out, oh my god, and you find out like all that you're trying to do is just like, it's useless. You are being used. You're being used as like a shoulder to cry on while he's getting over someone else. And I'm guessing he was hoping that eventually she would be out of his mind and you would be, you know, the one, but it never happened. And so he got bored, but then like still used you and got off on like the emotional supports and who knows what else. I hate how relatable this song probably is. Like people getting bored and then just staying in the relationship anyways. I feel like that is maybe the number one way breakups happen. It's just like, it's not always this big, crazy fight, explosion, cheating, you know, yelling. It's just like suddenly you're feeling led on by the person that you're supposed to be with, and it sucks. Erasing Time Around Us, too, is such a standout lyric. Track 10, Normal Thing.
It's a normal thing to fall in love with movie stars.
9-year-old me, desperately in love with Troy Bolton. She would agree.
And the story you want is the story you got.
Interesting.
Are you special or was this all scripted in his head?
She's not being cute. Did she literally date a movie star? Because that would, no, stop. That is terrifying. Like actually falling in love with a movie star. Are you special or was this all scripted in his head? I wonder if that is a common thought amongst people who date actors, because that's terrifying. Because like if actors are just, I feel like they're probably so romantic because they're so in tune with emotion and they're so like not in like a bad way but dramatic people. I'm sure they romanticize a lot. And so it's like, is it real or is it just your charm and your personality that's making me feel like I'm the dream girl in your movie? And the story you want is a story you get. Yeah, it's a little suspicious. Like, is it love bombing? Is it real? Oh, wow.
I was on my couch, you were on my screen, one of us was stoned.
Wait, you're watching his movies together?
I even think it looked cute at times. I know there's more than that feeling. Didn't know it for most of my life. You make me cry when it comes to an end.
Is she talking about him like he is a movie right now? That will speak to my soul. I love movies. I love this. I even think you looked cute at times. I know there's more than that feeling. I didn't know it for most of my life. Yeah, when you're young, you just are like, oh, that boy is cute. But then you're like, well, I'm not going to do anything about it. Or it's like they're on a TV screen. You're like, oh my God, Zac Efron. But like that's where it ends. I feel like she's like explaining that relationship through the screen as just like a crush in general, how when you're young it kind of ends at the crush, but then as you grow older you realize there's more and there could be more. Don't worry, I know I'll see you again. Are we rewatching the movie?
What a show, but I don't recommend.
Oh,
It's how it goes, but I'll see you again.
she's saying yet. It's kind of like the idea of not wanting to know your idol because they are this person in your head or this person on the screen, and it's like sometimes just keep them that way. Like don't actually meet them. Definitely, it seems like she actually dated someone and clearly it was an experience she wouldn't recommend. Getting close, it's how it goes, but I'll see you again.
But I get the point, I see it all, you're something else.
Some people just stand out.
No one noticed, I did notice everything, so you're not different.
Remind him.
The speech is in private.
Oh,
I was impressed with my every line. It's not how I want to spend my life.
oh, she got sucked into the idea of needing to be like poetic and perfect and cinematic for this person. But she was like, that's too much. That's too much. That's not real. Like, that's not genuine.
Cry when it comes to an end. Should have known, but I'll see you again. You're a good guy, but I guess I'll see you.
Oh, that one hurts.
Changed my life, but I guess I'll see you.
Jesus, that one hurts more. Oh, okay. That was very sad in a way that was a different kind of sad from the rest of the album so far, where it was just like, actually, nothing really went wrong. It's just like two personalities that don't mesh. It's a person that maybe she didn't think she ever fully got into, like got to know completely, and maybe in turn, clearly because she was like finding herself trying to be this person, practicing her lines before she would talk to them in a way. So they never really got to know her completely. But it's kind of a wistful thing to look back on, and it's a normal thing. It's not like she has anything specific to say or any animosity toward the situation. And she even says, I had a good time, but I guess I'll see ya. But at the same time, she wouldn't recommend. Maybe because it's just like a sad situation. I wonder if like she knew, she had this idea of the person before she met them because she had seen their work. And it kind of dampened how she will look at that person now. And maybe she wishes like she could still look at them the same way she used to, as just like a movie star. Oh my God. Okay, track 11 is Good Luck, Charlie. You know the one. You know the show.
You keep a picture of Audrey inside of your wallet.
Now hold on, because I've noticed a writer in a lot of these songs is named Audrey. Oh my God, she's not even on this one. This is just Erin and Gracie. But there's a writer that's working on a lot of this album with her that's named Audrey.
Bartender thought she was dead.
Why would they think that?
A nightmare and you nearly lost it.
Oh no, it's not real, buddy.
And now it all comes down to you. Good luck, Charlie.
The Tambourine!
Know that it's her or nothing.
I don't know what's happening yet. I don't know. I'm confused, actually. You keep a picture. Is you, Charlie, in this first sentence? You keep a picture of Audrey inside of your wallet. Went for a drink and the bartender thought she was dead. Good luck, Charlie. Hope you're happy. This isn't what you wanted. I think I just need to keep listening for more context.
You feel her everywhere. She is the love of your life. Her or nothing.
Is that Erin's voice in the back?
I hope you're happy.
I have no idea what just happened. He made you live out that nightmare and you nearly lost it. But she's not actually dead. But then in the second verse, it seems like she's singing about him like being reminded of her ghost in ways. Maybe it's about like the one that got away. There's a metaphorical ghostliness about the song, but like Charlie his true love is Audrey, and it didn't work out, and now he has to live with that for the rest of his life. That's the only vibe I'm getting, and I don't know if that's right. I don't know. Please help me out with this one if you have any thoughts, because this one didn't click with me on a first listen. Track 12 is Free Now.
This isn't what you want. It's only how you feel. You openly admit.
Oh, I love this production.
Finally know better than to wait for you back here. Took you 2 months, only 2 to raise the bar.
Oh my God.
I could laugh now how we tried to play those parts.
Play those parts. It's giving Normal Thing. It's giving the movie star. And you know what also makes sense is almost loved you, but I didn't. Honestly, that's the only way that you can walk away from a relationship. A little bit sad, a little bit like wistful, I guess. But it's more wistful than heartbroken when something doesn't work out, but it's before the love stage. This isn't what you wanted, it's only how you feel. You openly admit you're far away from healing, and I hate to pull the plug, but I think I get your deal. Finally know better than to wait for you back here. Oh, like he's not anywhere near close enough to being healed enough to be ready for a relationship. Oh, it's giving right person, wrong time, kind of.
I know that you're removed. I can feel it when we talk. And it's half of you that hurts sometimes, the half that I don't get. But I'm not mad at you, but I can't share your bed. Now blew up on a Tuesday. How does pain taste when it melts into your tongue?
Great lyric. Now what is this? Now what is this? What is this?
It's a pain that I caught you at a bad time. It's a shame that I memorized your outline, but I knew what you knew, honey, great minds. I was brave when I kissed you in London. Hope you find somewhere safe for your baggage.
Baggage again.
You were on it, but you made me love it. If you find yourself out,
Oh, I love this.
is the right time, lifeline.
Okay. Was that a difference in time signature? I don't know. It felt like it. I can't tell if it was just the way production switched up, but that felt so. I need to feel that drop into that slower melody again. Every page that I wrote, you were on it. I love when songwriters talk about, like, songwriting. I just think it's fun. And I show no restraint. It was something. I was scared up till you made me love it. It's like she felt comfortable enough to like let go of control with him. Okay, let me hear the switch up again.
Maybe love it if you find yourself
Oh.
out. Never
I love that we're repeating it. That was beautiful.
All I feel is free now.
This is the epitome of right person, wrong time. This is the epitome of if you ever want to try again, I'm here. I love that it's also like they just both were clearly not in the right space, like up here. They were not in the right mind to be able to make something work between them at the time. And she's saying, hey, I'm all good now. I've been great. So I'm ready to take that plunge now if you ever find yourself ready to. And I love that. That's so romantic. I feel like this is the most romantic song on the album. The final track, track 13, is called Close to You. What is that? That is not the sound that I've come to know.
I don't got a single problem with provocative.
As she should. Not.
I was so cool, but then all of a sudden you saw me look at you.
Oh. Are we about, wait, let me guess. You were cool until he saw you? Are we about to fumble? Are we about to fall into someone new and lose ourselves?
I burn for you, and you don't even know my name.
She loves pining. I know this girl was a Twilight girly.
Be close to you.
Ooh.
Pull the trigger on the gun I gave you when we met. Close to you, close to you.
Oh, this is the dance song of the album.
You should be mine for life. I'll be signing every dotted line.
Ooh, she's ready to make it legal.
You could be mine tonight. And I burn for you. Don't even know my name.
We need to introduce ourselves. Gracie, please introduce yourself to this man by the end of the song, please.
Pull the trigger on the gun I gave you when we met.
I love that melody.
Be close to you, close to you. Break my heart and start a fire. You got me overnight. Just let me be close to you.
You've got me overnight is a fun lyric too. That is, well, I was gonna say that is an unexpected end to the album, but given how it started, maybe it's not. Because she introduced us right away to like her free-spirited, risk-taking, vulnerable self. Like she is a romantic at heart and she is a piner. The devastation happened from tracks like 3 to 11, but the bookends of the album are very hopeful and free-spirited, and I love that. I love the mix of feelings on this album, like that it evoked in me. I don't know, it was just, I got sad, I was happy, I was laughing, I want to dance, I want to cry. I love when an album puts all of that into one, and I feel like she did it so well. Please do tell me what you guys think of the album. Again, tell me any of the Gracie lore that I need to know to maybe understand this album better. Let me know if you would like me to continue my Gracie journey like in reverse. Should I listen to other albums or react to other albums? And I have to do my ranking, so here it is. This is my The Secret of Us album ranking based on a first listen. I don't know, I feel like I have really strong top 5 contenders, and maybe I know what might fall to the bottom, but as for like in between, I have no idea how I'm gonna make this ranking. I am so happy I decided to start with this album because I love it so much. I hope it was a good introduction to Gracie. I'm excited to just sit with this one for a while before I explore her more, but this was incredible. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.